Go.
You missed the go.
God.
We gotta start over.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. Oh, I'm gonna drink this real quick because I'm gonna do that all the time.
This is how we're starting.
I got the coffee within me. No one's gonna move it.
Okay. That cat's still in here. It might knock it over.
Dean, is that cat still in here? Oh, he's not talking. Cool. Well, I guess we're alone now, finally. All right, let's start. All right. Episode 1, Heavily Spiced Podcast.
Episode 1?
Yeah.
All right.
Technically, this is the second time we've done this, and the third time I've done it, but it's whatever at this point. My name's Jet. I'm the host of this show, and alongside me today is Daniel. Daniel McKinnon.
Hi.
Are you fine with using your last name?
I don't care.
Okay, cool. You're Daniel McKinnon then.
Maybe I should be not fine with it.
I don't know. Who cares? So if you didn't know, we're doing a podcast now. It kind of feels strange to finally do this because we talked about it for like 18 months of doing it. And if you know me, then you know like I've talked it up. I've hyped it so much to like my coworkers and stuff that I'm so nervous that now that I've overhyped it that I just can't like... I'm never going to be able to live up to whatever this is. And they still don't understand how you watch a podcast. And I just don't understand.
What does that even mean?
They're like, what, how do you watch a podcast? And I just have to, I don't even want to go into it, dude. I've had to explain this like 6 or 7 times. And at this point, I'm just done. I'm not going to explain it anymore. This is you watching a podcast right now if you're doing it through YouTube.
Just send them a link. You don't even need to explain it.
I work with some old-ass people. They don't fucking know.
No,
even some young people don't even understand what I'm into. Sometimes I'll be talking to them, and they just... Ugh. Anyways, a lot of people have asked me what this show is going to be about or what the topics are going to be. And honestly, it's just whatever we want to talk about. Like today, we're going to talk about Mandalorian. We're going to talk about our New Year's resolutions. And most importantly, we're going to talk about sex robots. Which I've been stoked to talk about. And you're giving me a look like you don't want to talk about that.
No, I don't care. How much do you know about it?
I know enough.
I need you to know more than I do because I don't know anything about it.
Also, for those of you watching, we're in Dean's basement. For those of you listening, we're in Dean's basement. It doesn't matter. And we asked Dean, our good friend Dean, to be on the podcast multiple times. And he just keeps refusing, even though we do it in his basement. And he tries to distract us every single time. Right now, he's at the door, took off his pants, and smacked his ass. I think you can... did you hear it? I heard it.
He's kind of like the Eric Andre of this.
Yeah. No, he refuses to be on it, and then he just tries to disrupt it. He's a disruptor. Anyways, let's talk about Mandalorian.
All right, what'd you think? We just saw the last episode tonight.
We watched it together. We ate Del Taco.
I've seen it. I've already seen it all.
Well, we were in your room. We ate Del Taco.
Which was just okay. Honestly. Look, it probably would have been better, but Taco Bell does this. Del Taco does this. I always get beans first. I'll get a bean and beef burrito.
Yeah.
I always pick the bean side first. I don't know how it happened. Dude,
For the burritos?
Time. And then I get down to the meat, and it's like, because I've kind of like been pushing it back, it's all at the bottom, and it just like, I'm trying to just get a bite out of it, and it just...
Well, see, I'm a sour cream boy. And the problem is like, there's only one side of the burrito that sour cream is like pocketed in, and it's always like the last
and
bite.
And you get it all.
And so it's just literally just me
so
eating
nasty.
a whole thing of fucking sour cream at the last bite. Well, Del
Why
Taco
do you like
didn't...
sour cream?
It's good.
No, it's not.
It's so good.
No, it's not.
It's just like
the consistency and sour. No.
You're just hung up on the name of sour cream.
No, it's the...
Look, you're a bitch.
It's like Cool Whip, but bad.
This is what it comes to. You're a bitch if you don't like sour cream.
I like it in stuff.
You're even a bigger bitch if you don't like blue cheese. That's just how it goes.
Just gross.
That's the rules.
It's
That's
like
the
chunky,
laws of the land.
right? Or am I thinking of cottage cheese? Maybe it's
moldy.
cottage cheese.
It's very
That's
chunky.
disgusting.
The chunkier, the better.
That's nasty.
I go through the aisles of Kroger and I'm like, all right, give me that chunky blue cheese.
But you just eat it out of the can.
I could take shots of it.
That's disgusting.
Honestly, dude, it's so
You're
freaking
just a
good.
filthy person.
Oh man, I could drink blue
Look,
cheese.
we're getting off topic.
I don't care,
Mandalorian.
no. I'm talking about blue cheese now. You got me
Liking blue
hooked.
cheese is like not liking
Blue cheese and
Baby
wings
Yoda.
is
Okay?
like the greatest thing ever. The best combination I've ever had.
Okay, see, I thought blue cheese was cottage cheese. Blue cheese is fine. I don't love it, but it's not
Yeah.
like gross.
I've never had cottage cheese, but I imagine
Cottage cheese is
if
what I'm
it's-
thinking of. It's like blue cheese, but like chunky in it. There's like chunks.
I think you're thinking of blue cheese.
Maybe I am. Is blue cheese chunky? Oh,
Yeah, it's
God,
very-
why are we still talking
You've
about
already
this? Look.
said this. We've already established this.
Oh my God.
Okay, we're getting off subject here. We ate Del Taco. We had churros, which I'd never had before.
They're good.
10 out of 10.
Really?
I don't know how I lived
I
my
mean, it's just
life
covered
without
in
having
sugar. You like that?
it. Yeah,
That's a little
I'm
too
a
much.
huge sweets guy. I eat like.
I mean, any kind of hot bread that's like sweet, I'll go all out for that.
well, here's the
It's
thing.
So good.
You told me like it wasn't necessarily ripe. Like the churro was just.
Yeah, if you ate it like right out of the like,
It
if that was the
was-
first thing you ate, and we didn't have to like drive home. You know, you could just
Yeah.
like, eat it right there. You would
Yeah,
enjoy
because
it
we
a
had
lot
to
more.
we had to drive home. It was a whole traffic situation there. But anyways, the churro itself was like, God, so good. But it was so old. It tasted so old, but still, it was just so amazing. So I can't even imagine. Anyways, I can talk about churros all day. Let's talk about Mandalorian. I'm
All right.
tired of it.
What would you rate it first off?
The whole series or this?
Yeah, just all of it.
Well, we just watched chapter 8, so it just ended.
I mean, do you want to talk episode by episode or just the whole thing?
Because I don't even remember each episode.
I
It's
don't-
kind of all
I
just
sort of remember. Most of
gone
them.
into one sort of thing.
What would you
But
give it rating?
The whole show? Jeez, probably.
Did you enjoy it? I mean, you could just talk
Yeah.
about.
I enjoyed
did.
it. I honestly thought each week I was kind of like happy because I'm against binge watching. I don't like it.
Yeah, I
I-
liked that it came out
Every week.
Yeah.
And
It gave
a
you
lot
something
of-
to look forward to.
A lot of people are against Disney Plus for kind of doing that. Like they didn't like the idea that they had to wait each week because they thought they were
I
just
don't-
trying to
Yeah.
get a bunch of money.
I don't
in.
mind some of my stuff being that way, but if it all was like, if it's gonna be a show like The Office, for just for instance, I wouldn't want that to come out weekly. I'd rather just binge it. But if it,
Yeah.
because like it's like small episodes, they're 30 minutes.
Yeah.
That's not enough time to like warrant a whole week of waiting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like for like an hour show
Well-
where you get like a good chunk of time to like really sit down and watch it.
Well, certain shows are more bingeable than others.
Well, that's true.
You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't want to binge watch a whole season of Game of Thrones. Like I'd rather.
A lot of
take-
people would.
I know.
A lot of
I
people
would
did
not
just
wanna
to
do
watch that really awful last
Not
season.
worth it. I don't want to talk about that, dude.
Sorry, Brandon
Broke
Sheridan.
my heart. That broke my heart. But no, I would give it 8. I think 7 out of 10.
I'd give it like an 8 out of 10.
Like a light 7, strong 6. It's probably where I'd put it at there.
But that's like, I mean, for some people that would be like, oh, you hated it. It's like, no,
No.
I mean, I think that's not what you're getting at.
It's very rare that I
It's-
give something 10 out of 10.
Yeah, that's like, there were no flaws.
Well, this is the thing. I usually give up on shows like 3 or 4 episodes in. I'm usually just like, I'm done with this. Like, I'm not coming back to this at all.
Mm-hmm.
I've done that so many times with shows.
Yeah, I've done the same thing.
But for this one, I just stuck with it. You know, I was really invested in it. And it was fun because there's not a lot of times where I can talk to like a lot of my coworkers and stuff about things. But The Mandalorian is one of those that was just like,
It's kind of universal. Everybody's
yeah.
sort of seen it.
And I have such different opinions than they did. So it was nice to like actually.
Really? What do they think? I've only heard
mean-
2 opinions. One was that it was really good, and the other was I didn't like it. There was no story. I didn't understand it.
They were all hyped about it. So,
Oh, okay.
I mean, they're just really into like a lot of the Star Wars, like Rise of Skywalker. They loved.
Mm-hmm.
They like that sort of thing.
I know you've talked about this
I
before.
didn't.
I just want to get your quick opinion on it.
Well, we
it or
talked
didn't
about
like
it, but we never released it. That was one of the episodes we didn't release.
Well, whatever. I just, for me to you, I know you've.
5 out of 10, just okay.
Okay.
That's my
I'd
quick
give it like a
quick rating.
It's like a 6.5 out of 10. It
That's
did some
just
things good, but it did some things bad.
Too rush. It's not like Mandalorian. Mandalorian is like its own sort of show, like its own sort of. It's not even really connected to new Star Wars at all.
Mhm.
If you have never seen it. So
Okay. First, well, I already said what I would give it, but
Yeah.
honestly, I think the only reason it was so popular is because of Baby Yoda.
yeah,
Did you agree with that?
Yeah,
But I don't think it had to be Baby Yoda. I just think like that's a super interesting dynamic, and I mean, like I like really enjoy that sort of thing where it's like that's the kind of like morals I guess I would look for in like I enjoy that he like is taking care of like this innocent thing.
Yeah.
Like that's like I can really invest in that and be invested in that relationship.
Well, because I was afraid that when it started, The Mandalorian was going to be too like, oh, we're not going to be like this Star Wars. We're going to be edgy. We're going to be like, the rules are, we're changing up the rules here. Like we're not going to be like this family friendly sort of thing. Like it's just a lone gunner or whatever.
I mean, that could still work in an edgy show, but I'm just glad they did it. It's not even like I wouldn't say I love Baby Yoda. Obviously, like it's cute and everything, but
I want to hate him so bad.
Really, but you don't.
I really do, but I can't. You can't hate this character because it's just so adorable.
Mm-hmm. I saw a thread talking about like somebody was asking, why is everybody mad at Rey? Like she's a Mary Sue, but nobody's mad at like Baby Yoda because he does a lot of the same things. Like he's just.
He's not gonna die.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's
saying
true.
like, what are the odds he's gonna die at the end of this last episode?
Mm-hmm.
Spoiler alert: he doesn't die, and he won't die.
But I think the big difference is like he still needs to be protected by Mando.
Yeah.
And anytime he uses like one of his big powers, he like passes out. So I feel like I don't know.
Yeah.
That's the kind of thing where I'm like, Rey's lineage makes that make sense, like her being super powerful. But anyways.
Yeah. Well, because you don't ever want to say it's because she's a woman. You know what I mean?
No, but I'm just even a guy.
That's what the assumption is. It's just like, I think it has to do with that. Rey never really had a lot of pushback from really anybody.
Yeah,
and she should have.
I think the big issue is that Kylo Ren is the bad guy, basically, kind of the big bad of this. Well, I mean, until the end, I guess. But if he just loses everything. Like, does he ever want to fight? I can't think of a time he wins a fight. He beats the Knights of Ren. That's the only time I think I can remember him winning against opponents.
Who
you know what I mean?
cares about that? That was my whole thing.
Yeah. So I think because of that makes Rey by proxy this. He's been trained by Snoke, who supposedly Emperor Palpatine was pulling the strings for, and it's like,
I don't even want
but
to.
he's whatever.
Leave
it's
the neutrality.
Okay,
out.
so
It's
Mando.
just too much to talk about. Yeah.
So
he finally took off his helmet. That part was dope.
Did you like that?
I thought that part was good.
I enjoyed it. I mean, for what it was, but I could have done without it.
It was kind of stupid because he was like,
I know what he looks like, so it's it's not like he's this unknown actor that I've never seen a picture of.
We'll mention Game of Thrones again. We've already seen him.
Well, yeah, I mean,
we already knew what he's gonna look like.
Well, I actually think the character he plays here is very different than his normal. Like, I haven't seen him in a bunch of stuff, but I think he did a really good job of like.
Yeah.
It almost doesn't seem like him, even though I know it's him under the mask. Like, he does a good job. Like, it could just not be him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyways,
no, I thought it was dope.
It was good.
The part where he takes it off, I mean, it was kind of stupid.
A little bit, yeah.
He's just like, I can't show it to a living thing. And it's like, dude, you're talking to a droid. Yeah. What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah. He's obviously not alive. So I kind of knew where it was going. And who's that side chick he has?
You didn't like her? I like her. I think she pulls off the female like.
No, I just don't like the actor.
Tough guy. Well, yeah, I mean that's fine.
Just it.
Yeah.
No, but what's his name?
I feel like she pulls off the tough female thing well.
Oh yeah,
like it's believable.
She's kind of built.
Yeah.
She could
like
kick
she looks
your
like
ass.
she could crush me with her thighs, like that kind of thing. Yeah,
definitely kick both of our asses. What was his name? Is it Carl Weathers?
I mean, that's his actual name.
Yeah, he's dope. I like his character.
Yeah, I liked him. It's kind of funny because like they literally come in and kill all of the bounty hunters, and he's just like, I mean, I guess he doesn't like care about them, but it's like Mando's all mad that all the Mandalorians
he's like, what the hell happened? He's like, I don't care.
He's like, you killed it. Your people killed all my people. Like,
it's like, dude, this is just the name of the game. I don't know. It was a pretty good show, I'd say.
Yeah.
I'm upset.
I think like this was a good setup. Like it was a really decent like start to it, but I think it won't be like a great show unless they really nail season 2. Unless they really take it to interesting places. And I feel like they already kind of have with like his, Baby Yoda.
I think it's a good introduction. So if you haven't seen Star Wars, like you're like, okay, well, I got to watch these 11 films first before I go see Mandalorian. Mm-hmm. It's like, no, you don't have to do that. Like if you've never seen Star Wars, you could just watch Mandalorian.
Yeah.
And you'd be totally fine. There's not much you have to get there.
Yeah, not really.
I mean, because they don't use any main characters. It's not part of any sort of like timeline that's with the Skywalkers or Luke or any of that. And they don't even talk about the Force or anything.
I think they mentioned Jedi once.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with that. It's like its own standalone show. So that's the thing. That's what they're going for. Is just for people who just started or just like getting into it. Mm-hmm. And so now I feel like season 2 is when it's going to get more in depth to the actual Star Wars stuff.
Everything's kind of been introduced, and they can.
Well, yeah.
I mean, if it was just like kind of the same format where it's like, each episode is kind of self-contained. I mean, I wouldn't hate it, but
I don't know. Every time like I got on social media, people were just like, "This episode was the best ever," or "This episode sucked ass," and I just never felt like. I felt like every episode was just like,
it's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah, that's what I thought
It's fair.
about. Even ones that
That's all I
like the
wanted.
one that people didn't like was 5, where he goes.
Oh, I thought it was 4.
Him and like I think it's 5. Him and the like younger bounty hunter are like going after that lady, and she's like up in like the mountains or something, and they like take speeder bikes. You remember that one?
Oh yeah, that was.
Everybody says that one was
yeah.
bad, but I mean, okay. Well,
was when
I
they
know
went to
I know the
Tatooine.
lady from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because I've kind of watched that show. I fell
Yeah.
off a little bit for me. It's not like an amazing show, but it's pretty good, I guess. Anyways, I know her from that, so I was kind of excited to see her.
Was it that Asian chick?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I hated that one guy. Anyways, I don't remember
Move on
any
to-
of their names
Yeah.
or anything that happened.
I mean, I don't remember their names.
Episodes was okay. Baby Yoda's dope, and that's all I hear from people who are outside of it. Like, I love Baby Yoda, even though they haven't seen an episode, which is exactly what they wanted.
Well, I mean, that's meme culture for you.
Yeah.
Just-
Do you think they knew that though going into it? Do you think
What,
they're
that-
like?
You think
Baby
they
Yoda's
tried to
gonna-
make like, how can we make these into memes? Sort of. You think they? I don't know. I think they think
I
about that.
sometimes wonder that too.
Like the
do
I have spoken thing.
corporations-
Like that seemed too kind of like.
I don't like that.
You don't like that? What
I didn't
about
like-
This Is the Way?
I didn't. No, that's what I was thinking of. I didn't like This Is the Way at all. I hated that. I didn't think that was.
They're okay. It was almost overused. It
I
was like
can-
right there where I was like, no more.
I'm just envisioning.
But I enjoyed it. I mean, I
I'm
didn't
at
hate it.
Disney World and I just see This Is the Way. No, I'm at Target and I see This Is the Way written on a T-shirt. And that's.
I mean, yeah, you're definitely gonna see that.
I see Baby Yoda just
You're
on
gonna
a
see
T-shirt.
What's the pop funk? The Funko
Funko Pops of
Funko Pop.
fucking
That's what it is.
Baby Yoda.
Yeah, that's got to be a thing. For
That's
sure.
yeah.
I
can
do you
see-
like those? I have never liked those. I've never gotten
No, they
that.
suck. Those
I
are
just
so
don't-
bad. They're cringy. You don't have any, do you, Dean?
Probably. I think he does.
No.
He's got amiibos. That's almost bad. That's almost just as bad.
You don't like amiibos, dude?
I don't hate them. I don't know. I didn't buy any. They're just way too overpriced. They're like what, $20 a person? Pop?
Yeah.
It's too much.
Amiibos. I don't even want to explain what amiibo is. Just fucking
Smash. Super
just
Smash
Super
Brothers.
Smash Bros. It's Nintendo
And
bullshit.
nobody uses them.
You don't even use. They're just collectibles.
Yeah.
That's all it's about.
Yeah.
They're for goblins. If you didn't know, that's what they call themselves.
Goblins?
Yeah, because goblins are obsessed with like gold. They like to just keep
So it's just
gold.
collectors
Yeah,
things. Like
so
goblins.
people who
That's so
collect things
funny.
are just goblins.
I've never heard it called
like all
that.
these
That's funny.
amiibos. That's Dean's goblin trait because he doesn't do anything with them. He just looks at them. Like goblins
thinks they look
goblins
cool.
don't spin gold. They just look at it because it's shiny.
That's
why Dean-
amazing. I love that.
He just collects things. That's what you go and collect Funko Pops. You're a fucking goblin. You need to get them, burn them, get rid of them. I'm tired of fucking seeing them everywhere.
Yeah.
All right, you have any more Mando? We've learned his name, Din Djarin.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. I was
I
tired
thought,
of calling him Mando.
Yeah. I thought Moff Gideon was cool. I mean, I like that character.
Oh, the last guy.
I like that actor. He's Gus Fring from Breaking Bad. I can't remember his actual name. It's like something S.
Wasn't he the one with the fucking sword at the very
Yeah,
end?
yeah. The dark saber.
That was sick.
I don't know that much about it, but
Well, we were talking, and like when I was watching the episode, I was like, dude, TIE fighters are sick as fuck.
dude, yeah, they
They're
are.
so dope.
All of the like designs from
The sound
the only-
design is
Yeah.
so sick.
But just the sounds from like the original trilogy, or the sounds and the designs of like the X-wing, I love the way the X-wing looks. It's so
God.
cool. I will say the only weak part of the entire season for me is the music. I just didn't.
Oh,
I just
God,
didn't
dude,
love it.
no, that was the best part.
No, his main theme I liked. That kind of like old western like twang. I don't even know what to like. I don't
It's like a future, like a western, like
Yeah.
a sci-fi western.
like that was good. And I mean like everything else was just forgettable. Like I mean, but when you think of Star Wars, like obviously you just
No.
can't beat John Williams.
I
It's just-
disagree. I really liked the soundtrack.
It wasn't terrible. I mean, like there was only like a couple times where I was like, I don't really like this that much.
No, I was like,
But I'm normally just it's just music, like whatever.
You're wrong.
Okay.
No, that's fair.
I don't know.
I don't know. I like the music.
Even the prequels had good music.
Oh, I don't
The
know.
prequels themselves aren't that good.
I think we're disagreeing here, and I really don't want to say. I think the music in it was pretty dang good. I've actually. Never mind.
I mean, I'm glad you liked it, but
Any other final thoughts for you? Pretty good show.
it's
8
pretty good.
episodes, 45 minutes. Well, 45 minutes.
I would still say like there weren't really that many highs. Like he does some really cool stuff.
Yeah.
That was probably kind of the highs for me. But like emotionally,
What about Bill Burr?
I mean, I thought it was funny that he's
that was
in it.
so dope. Bill Burr, the comedian, hates everything about Star Wars.
But he
Absolutely hates
Take
it.
that money.
And then John Favreau, didn't he ask him to be on it?
Oh, I don't know.
And he was like, I fucking hate Star Wars, right? And he's like, yeah, I don't care. So he's like, all right. So he was on it.
I think he did a
He's
good
just on
job.
that whole episode. Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that episode so much. And that was one that people said they hated.
Really? Why?
It was kind of stupid at some points, but
I mean, yeah. I didn't really like the male Twi'lek. I thought he was like
Oh,
every time he's on
yeah.
screen, it's like, ugh, this is just
Yeah.
annoying. I don't like.
he's
his
like the
dialogue.
female one though.
Yeah, she's okay. The hissing. I'm not a huge fan of that kind of thing.
Yeah, it just felt a little
Yeah,
too.
like, oh, you're so scary.
too
I don't know.
overboard,
Like, am I supposed to be?
yeah.
I don't know. Is
Yeah.
that supposed to be tough? Sort of. That's how I feel about it. Anyways. All right, that's all I got.
Yeah,
Next topic.
pretty good show.
Yeah.
What was the next one? Oh, the New Year's resolutions.
I haven't
What do
even
you
thought
have?
about it yet.
Are you kidding me?
What is that?
Bro,
like
we're like-
tomorrow.
We're 2 days. This
2 days
podcast comes
away.
out in 2020.
Okay, New Year's resolutions.
Look, how about I tell you mine, and you go off that one.
Okay, I'm just gonna steal yours.
Mine is like buy a car.
That's it. You need a new car.
Mine's. I don't know how
I
it's
need a
still
new car.
alive. Buy a new car. Get a credit card. Never done that. Should probably have done that a long time ago.
You think so?
Yeah, I'm buying all this stupid
just-
podcast gear. I should have bought it with a credit card and just paid it
Pay
off.
it off, yeah. I mean, as
Dude,
long as
what
you're
am
not
I
gonna like
doing?
put thousands of dollars on it and then get in debt. And
Daniel, I need help. You got to get me out, dude.
No.
I can't afford this.
I would just tell you no.
Would you really?
Yeah, I would.
What's the most amount of money you would give me if I asked you for money?
Like just to borrow and pay back.
Yeah. What's the most amount? 200?
Like 500 maybe.
500?
If you were like, I have to have this,
If I
or
came to
like
you
I'll be
crying.
evicted, I might do that.
Wow.
But I'm not gonna. But I would be like, if you don't pay this back to me, like we're gonna have an issue.
I'm in jail.
I mean, yeah, I'd help you out. It just, it's one of those things where I would help once, and then subsequent helps would depend on how you handled the first help.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'll just do, yeah.
If you're like cool about it and like pay me back,
Yeah.
or within reason, then I'd be like, sure, I'll help you out anytime you need it.
I'm in
but
debt to you. I'd be your slave, and I'll just pay you back.
I don't want anybody to be in debt to me. Just pay me back. And
Yeah.
no, I mean,
I'll cook you
I know you're
food.
supposed to give without expecting it back or something. I don't know. Some
No,
people
no,
say
no.
that, like,
Yeah.
so you're not like burned, I guess. But
Probably,
I mean, like I said, I would do it once, maybe without question, even if I thought it was kind of a sketchy situation.
I'd have to
dude, I
be-
just need $500. I
I'd
can
have
get you back double that.
It's so sketchy.
Like,
I'd be in a really low point in my life.
Like I said, you'd
if I
have to
wanted
be
do that
hurting
shit.
for me to like consider it. If you were just like, dude, I want this
Like if
thing,
I was in
give
the
me money.
hospital or whatever.
Yeah, sure.
I wouldn't do that though. I just go in debt.
More New Year's resolutions. Let's hear them.
Okay, get a new car, get a credit
Yeah,
card,
that's good.
release a podcast. So
Yeah.
that one.
I mean,
That was my 2019 year resolution, and I'm not, that's
Was it?
not coming in. Well, I guess this kind of counts.
it
I've done this
sorta
the
does,
third
yeah,
time
sure.
I've done it, so
I mean,
I just keep deleting them.
stop.
I
being-
swear this one's going up. This
It
one's
better.
not getting
I'm
deleted.
gonna, I
People
might
have-
not do another one if you don't release this one.
People have come up to me and be like, "You get that podcast drop yet?" I'm like, "Next week." I keep saying next week. Well, finally, I think it's finally gonna be here. I don't know. I'll go home and see. I guess the other one would be like, read more.
Read more. What kind of books do you like?
No, actually, fuck that. I don't want to read anymore. I read comic books, but probably I've been trying to teach myself like Japanese, so probably just stick to that. Because I actually bought Rosetta Stone.
Do you know any Japanese?
Ohio gozaimasu. I don't want to be weebing out because I'm not learning it so I can watch anime without subtitles or some dumb shit.
Yeah, no,
I'm just learning it because I'm learning it because it's cool.
Yeah. Oh,
it's cool.
Is it cool?
Yeah.
You just called it weeb.
I'm like, there's some things that I do, and I'm like, people kind of ruin it for me.
It is kind of cool, but it's been ruined by like anime culture.
You have certain types of people that kind of ruin that sort of thing that you like Star Wars, for instance. There's a type of people that ruin Star Wars. Like, they're like mega fans or something, and I don't know. I just see them, and I'm just like, that's not me. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe it's bad that I shouldn't do that. But same thing with, like, I used to play Magic, the card game. I like watching anime. Some of the people that I like Kingdom Hearts. Some of the people that like that stuff.
That third game though, ugh.
Waste of time. Yeah,
it's pretty bad.
People just kind of ruin that stuff for me.
Yeah, they do. That's
like
true.
there's so many assumptions that come with that, and I'm just like, I'm not really like that at all. Mm-hmm. Like when you try to describe the things that you like to other people, I don't know. There's so much baggage that comes with the certain things that I like that I'm just like, I'm not like that. I swear. So I just like, I try not to tell people like I like Star Wars because they're just.
Let's talk in depth about the movies.
Yeah, I don't want to do that at all. I just think it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just learned the language. I've been trying to do it every night. It's like 10 minutes, Rosetta Stone. Mm-hmm. And boy, dude, it's really fucking hard.
I tried to do the same thing with Spanish, and I was just like,
did you do it through Rosetta?
Need this? No, I think I had Duolingo. You remember all the memes that came out about Duolingo?
Yeah, if you didn't like complete it.
Hey, you haven't completed your thing for the day. Yeah. Do it or I'll kill you.
Yeah, no. And then it was like they had like their camera outside of their nest. Like their nest alarm would go off. There's someone at your door. It's like, oh
it's
shit.
The Duolingo app.
What did I sign up for? Oh man.
You know, I mean, I tried to do it like a little bit in college, and then like probably a year
Spanish?
ago. Because I'd already had like a foundation for it, like in high school and stuff.
Yeah.
I tried to learn German in college.
Yeah, I've heard that one.
I hated it. I don't know if it was just the class or what, but I just despised it. I just wasn't doing it for me. I'm not good at learning new languages.
I just think languages is just interesting because
interesting.
The more I think about it, the more I'm like, everything we think and we say is just in one language, in one like form of speaking. So in like Japanese, or like for my dad, for instance, who's Navajo, I'm Native American. There's concepts that we have in English that they don't have in Navajo. So there's certain things that's harder for him to understand because there's that language barrier there. And that's what's so interesting to me, because our whole like thought process is through just like these lenses of just one singular language. And we don't even like really necessarily realize it. But in a certain sense, sometimes our language holds us back from understanding like other concepts or ideas because of that. So it's like I'm kind of hindering my own thought process and brain by just looking at it through that one lens. So if you can learn another language, you could essentially learn other concepts and ideas. Like there's sometimes
I don't think there's anything like super revelationary.
No, but it's just learn. But it's just a way of thinking.
Yeah.
That we're built as English speakers to just think that one certain way.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of times where there's not necessarily a clear English translation for like Japanese or for like Navajo, like my dad. So they have to like think of ways to explain like, oh, this is when you would say this sort of thing. Woo!
We're not even drinking cream soda.
I know. Anyways,
okay,
yeah,
is it
learn
my
Japanese.
Turn for New Year's resolutions?
Yeah, did you think of any?
I had some of the same ones. All right. I'm coming up with them right now. I really should buy a car. I don't know that I want that to be a New Year's resolution, though.
Yeah.
I don't care to do it next year. I probably will.
Yeah.
But it's not really a resolution. Get back in the gym. That
Planet Fitness, baby.
Yeah.
$10 a month.
Can't wait to get mugged.
Pizza Friday.
Pizza Friday?
Yeah, they serve pizza on Fridays.
No, they don't.
At Planet Fitness.
Are you serious?
Dead serious, dude. And they have a lunk alarm.
This is I know about the lunk alarm. I don't like that.
If you go to Planet Fitness with a fucking in your like smacking weights down, and you can't.
Or if you have
bring in a jug of water.
Yeah.
They'll set off the lunk alarm. And there's
will
literally
they
a
actually
alarm.
kick you out, or will they just set it off? Because I mean,
I don't know. I've never been there.
I wouldn't care.
But I imagine
if they just ring it at me.
I don't imagine it's a good time.
I mean, it doesn't seem like it.
All right, so but it's a good start. So
Exclusive instead of inclusive.
$10 a month is pretty.
It's very cheap. That's my biggest reason for going.
If
there.
that gets you in the gym, then more power to you.
And it's like 2 minutes from my house, so
It's just I just like the term lunk alarm.
That's pretty funny. Yeah, so I definitely want to do that, and then, you know what? Learn guitar. That's gonna be my New Year's resolution. I've been thinking about doing that for 6 years.
I'll just teach you for free.
Okay.
It's easy. It's so easy.
I could probably learn myself, honestly.
Yeah.
I just haven't like really put in the time. I just want to like put in the time to learn something. I feel like I really need to do that sort of thing, like to really just motivate myself.
Dude, guitar is so fun.
Because I feel like I just don't really get that much done when I get home from work. I normally just play video games.
Yeah.
And then watch some shows.
There's so many times where I'll just
eat dinner, do that kind of thing, and then just go to bed.
Yeah. There's so many times where I'm just like watching a show and I'll just have the guitar and just mindlessly play it just for fun. And it's just like, it's so relaxing.
Yeah.
And it's so like just, I don't know. It's a good time. Plus it's like fun as fuck to like just get up and just be like, all right, let me play this thing real quick. Because I don't like to show off really like when it comes to like that sort of thing. Like solos and stuff.
Nah.
Never did any of that. But I've played for like 16 years now. I played since I was 10 years old. And I never really took it seriously, but I just dicked around until I figured it out, which is now my analogy for life. But
just dick around till you figure it out.
You just dick around till you figure it all out. And so when learning guitar, I just kept doing it until now I just can kind of just do it pretty good.
Yeah. So. That's how I've always felt about singing. Like, I love to sing, but I would love to be in a band. Like, I think that'd be really fun to like write my own songs and like sing and stuff. But first of all, I don't know that I'm that good. Like, anybody who's ever told me like I was decent is like my parents. So I'm like, I can't
have
believe
to say that.
Well, they don't have to, but it's like, what are they gonna say? Like, nah, you're pretty bad.
Why don't you sing right now and everyone can leave a comment and tell it. They'll give you a real opinion.
I'd have to like, they
YouTube.
would, I'm sure. I don't want to be devastated. I just want
go easy.
Let's see, like,
don't break this boy's heart. No. Okay.
I mean, but it'd be fun. But like, that's the thing is like, I don't really. It's not like I would have. It would be a lot for me to get over like my stage fright and just being like, I'm just gonna sing for you guys. Like, I don't know. I just feel like that's kind of annoying, you know?
All right,
like,
everyone, shut up! I'm singing for you right now.
All right, we're sitting around the campfire. I'm gonna sing a freaking song. Everybody listen to it. You know,
right,
like that could be kind of. I don't want to be the douche that does that. But I mean, if like I was good at it and people wanted to hear me sing, like I would love to do it then. You know?
Yeah,
what I mean?
like you're sitting there.
It's like if people ask me to, I would love to, but I'm not gonna like.
Yeah.
Whatever. I just I don't want to be like a show off with it.
Yeah, like there's a guitar there, and it just happens to just be sitting there, and everyone's like, "Oh wait, you play guitar, don't you, Daniel?" Yeah, I can play.
Yeah,
you
sure.
Pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it is, and it'll happen. I've done it for 16 years. It'll happen.
People ask you
every now and again.
When's the last time you were at a party? It's been with a guitar and like a fire pit. It's probably been like 2 or 3 years since I've done something like that.
Well, just hang out at places and they just have guitars there.
Yeah, that's true.
And people pick it up and play.
I didn't ask you to play my guitar, and you did.
Oh, that was true. That's different. I broke a string.
You did, yeah.
Probably
because those strings haven't been used in like 5 years.
It was so bad.
My brother gave me that guitar like
oops,
early college, and I tried to learn once, and then stopped.
See, I'll just teach you. I'll teach you some songs. It's
on
easy.
Mondays before the podcast.
Yeah, we'll do it. A little pregame, a little pre-show, pre-show roll. Yeah, while Brandon sets all this shit up for us.
Yeah, thanks, Brandon.
For free. Thanks, Brandon. He's giving a thumbs up.
Anyways,
any other resolutions you got for the year?
Get a cat. That's not a New Year's resolution.
I mean, it could
I actually don't really think
but why?
I don't know. I really wanted one before I moved out. Now I don't really want one anymore.
You got Gravy.
Gravy.
That's Brandon's
cat. She's so sweet.
Daniel and Brandon lived together.
Yeah.
There's a cat named Gravy. And it was running around while I was trying to watch Mandalorian today.
Yeah.
It kept trying to claw me when I was watching it. I was like, dude, chill out.
It does that cat thing where it It grabs your clothes. I hate that part.
And it was snuck under the bed when you're trying to leave. It didn't do this
Get
until
out.
we were leaving.
It's because you spooked it. You spook it, and it's like 30 minutes before it'll get out.
That just went up right behind it, just like grabbed it real quick. Cats are fun to fuck with.
They are. Yeah,
They're
but then if
funny.
you do it too much, you get Killbot, Vincent's cat.
Oh yeah, we did it a lot. We traumatized that cat. I feel kind of bad.
It'll never be the same.
It was just playful, but like it was already like on edge. This cat was like,
Well, I think he said his dad used to like screw with it all the time, right?
yeah. We just like when it's a kitten, we would just like,
Yeah.
tussled it a lot, and it would just bite me, and I wouldn't care. You know, like cats just bite the shit out of you.
Yeah.
Just playing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we did. A bit too much.
Probably.
And no, there's something wrong with that cat, Vincent. There's something wrong with your cat,
It's autistic.
and he knows it. There's something's not right with that cat.
Yeah, that's about
Some
that's,
cats belong outside.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the cats that belongs outside. And it's just an inside
I think
cat.
it would just escape. It would just run away.
It's got just, I don't know. There's something inside of it that's just,
A demon.
it needs to be, woo. It's
Maybe
crazy.
Maybe we should do an exorcism for it. That could be a bit. Anyways.
What?
Huh? That's all my New Year's resolutions. I didn't really have any.
Okay, buy a car,
Just
go to the
gonna-
gym, and
Just
learn
gonna
guitar.
work on myself. Sure.
That's
I get
fine.
so mad about stuff. Like, I don't get mad about
Yeah.
things, but I feel like I have a tendency to complain a lot, and
Yeah.
I have a tendency to just like get mad at small stuff, like little inconveniences.
I feel like that's
And I just like, it's just like, I just hate it
Kinda
in the
everyone.
moment. I'm like, I'm not even that mad. I'm just like
Yeah.
being like that. It just feels toxic. Oh, and I don't really do it around other people. I don't feel like it's more just my own thing.
Yeah. But I think it's healthy sometimes to let that shit just out.
Yeah, maybe it is just about other stuff, and it's like
Yeah.
just coming out there.
There's sometimes where I don't
Okay,
want to
I
like
suppose.
blow up on anybody, so I just like pin it up
I
inside.
haven't really been mad at anybody in a long time.
I got really mad.
Like I used to
this
get mad
last
at people
week.
more, but really,
Yeah, like they tried to. I skipped out on work
mm-hmm.
on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
They tried to write me up for it. I got really mad. It was partially my fault, but they also told me I could have the day off,
Mm-hmm.
and then they scheduled me that day, and so I was like,
I'm not
I told them
coming in.
multiple times like I'm not coming in, and they
They're like,
just didn't do anything. So I
Yes, you are.
didn't show up.
Like, no, I'm not.
I just felt bad because I screwed over
Yeah.
my other employees,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
not my other employees, but my other coworkers.
Your coworkers. Yeah, yeah.
So that's the only thing I felt bad about. But whatever, they're fucking fine.
Yeah.
I work there so much that I don't even care. So that was when I got like really I got pretty heated. But
I've never seen you heated.
I mean, I wasn't like angry. I was just like, this is just stupid.
You're just
Like,
like,
I don't
confronting it
yeah.
like.
It's very rare that I would get like so mad that I have to like yell at someone, that I would just lose my cool. Like that just wouldn't ever really happen.
Yeah, it takes a lot to get me there.
Yeah, no, it would take a lot for me too. I don't even think if anyone like came up and punched me or anything, I would do that either. Like I don't know
no.
what it would be to cause me. Anyways, let's see. We got like 15 minutes.
15
wanna
more
talk-
minutes. Hmm?
Yeah. Oh, we got 25. Dude, we got plenty of time.
Oh,
Bruh.
yeah.
Let's talk
Okay.
about the robots. Want to?
Sure.
Which one do you want to talk about?
Lead
You
it
want to
off.
talk about the genetics one or the robot one? You pick.
Are we only talking about one?
Yeah, I figured. I can make this last long.
That's true. Genetics is more interesting to me, but
Okay, so the robot. Because I want to talk about the robot.
okay. Why did you? Just
I
say
gave you
that?
this
Just do
choice,
it.
and then hold on. Let me make sure I didn't fuck up anything.
Oh crap! We haven't been recording the whole time. I'd be
The battery's getting kind of low.
Yeah.
Oh no, we might have to
Alright, well.
pause it. You just watch it. Just make sure.
Okay. It's not even that low.
We'll just take a break. No worries. Anyways, so this is an account that I follow
Mm-hmm.
called bermudaisbae. It's on
Mhm.
Instagram. Anyways, it's this girl. I'll use that term, girl, loosely,
Mm-hmm.
because it's pretty much like a CGI character of like these people created this girl to look and act like an influencer. So for instance, the picture will be real, but she'll be like put in as a CGI character.
Mm-hmm.
And her name is Bermuda. And she's basically like this social influencer, right? That's supposed to like interact. She's just basically like Kendall Jenner or Kylie, like one of those type of people that just go on there and sell products pretty much. But it's not really like products, it's really like herself. Like she's just like your basic type of like female sort of influencer, but she's not real.
If you asked me to name a personality trait of any of the people you just listed, I couldn't do it.
You don't like Kendall or Kylie?
No.
I agree. They're bland. They're vanilla. But the more that I started following this account for fun because it was interesting to me. But the more that I see it, the more it gets me thinking about it. So she's part of like one of three. Mm-hmm. There's another guy. I forget his name.
So they're CGI models or
there's
they're
three,
actual?
And they're all friends. There are 3 CGIs. None of them exist, and they're all made up by these like people from Harvard or something. Mm-hmm. They all made these characters. The other one, who's the most famous, her name is like Michaela or something. And so real people, will interact with them, and because they're like robots, they can just interact like so easily. But people have become interested in their lives and stuff. And they don't do anything. Like, it's all made up.
Who's got the time to do that?
I don't know.
I just want to know, like, the age demographic.
You say that, but then I do it.
I mean, you watch, right?
Yeah.
Or do you just kind of look? But, I mean, you're more interested in, like, the entire concept, not, like...
Yeah, but in that everybody
this
else...
This is a real person. I'm talking to them, and they're giving me attention.
Else. And it gets me thinking of, like...
I just don't have the time for that. I feel like I don't have the time for that kind of stuff because I play video games. I'm just like...
Yeah, but how is that...
It's not even that much different.
That's what
I'm
saying.
Well, I mean, it is because it's
like...
But I'm like playing with people. I'm like talking to friends and...
Yeah, but...
I mean, it's still a video game, but at the same time, it's like...
Well, here's what... Okay.
But I'm not like interacting with the video game like, this is real, this is... You know what I mean?
Bermuda is the one that I mainly follow.
Mm-hmm.
I don't follow the other two. They kind of suck. But I did watch some of their videos, and they're not that bad. But... Because the guy in the CGI is a vlogger.
What's
and
the
I watched
appeal?
his vlog. So they all interact with each other, and they all like kind of hate each other. So Bermuda, in the lore of it, I've been learning a lot of this lore. In the lore of it, Bermuda is, she actually hacked Michaela's Instagram account, and Michaela's the other fake one. So none of this is real. But Michaela's the sister to the guy influencer. I don't remember his name. But like it's just weird because he made a video, like a vlog about it. And the vlog is actually good. Like, it's funny. Like, the guy's... Everything about it is just almost, like, perfect. Like a perfect sort of vlog. And all their Instagrams are, like, top-notch. They're the right captions. They're, like, funny. But the pictures are like this. And you can sort of tell that it's, like, mimicking, like, actual people. And that's what's kind of freaky about it, is, like... These people only exist because they're mirror images of what we see as like an influencer. And so when you think about it, a lot of the influencers like Kylie and Kendall, or any one of them, they end up posting pictures that are fake. They're photoshopped. They're done. They're overly edited. All these videos that even we put up, they're not real. They're just fake versions of themselves. And we've done vlogs, and you can attest to this, that a lot of the times you have to sort of fake it to make it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
And so how is this any different from being like, oh.
I think it takes away from it because it's not a real person.
But it's real people.
I don't know. I need to see it. I need to like experience it because I feel like you're hyping it up, but I need to like really.
Well, the thing that I like the most
to see it, just feel like.
I mean, it's just like, I just think it's interesting because it's, at first you're like, oh, this is all fake. But then you realize, wait, all social media is just fake.
Sure.
So it's all the same shit. It's just feeding in the same shit cycle that we keep seeing
constantly. I don't know that I would say social media is all fake. I think it's just, some of it is. Most of it is, maybe. But like,
yeah, I agree.
I think it's fake insofar as people only post good stuff for the most part. I mean,
yeah.
Like influencers, right? They're not posting about like, I mean, I guess some people post about like their crappy days and stuff, but
yeah.
Or Facebook drama.
Think about it like this: in YouTube, to succeed, it almost has to be fake.
Well, yeah, sure. YouTube is different.
In Instagram, if you want to get famous, it kind of has to be fake. you kind of have to just fake this sort of persona that you have yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Like all this social media is just you selling yourself. And so it got me thinking that this is just like, we're just looking at what, like they want to make someone who's famous. That's all Bermuda is. It's just what you should be to be famous. Like this is just code to her, but it's just, it works perfectly for it. But what I like the most about it is
I was about to say, we've been talking about this, but you haven't said anything
why,
about a sex
like,
robot.
No. Okay.
How does that tie into
we're
all
going to
this?
get to the sex
Okay,
part
all right.
soon. Trust me, Dan. You
Okay.
just hold tight there, buddy. What I like most about Bermuda is that she did a cover of Under the Bridge by Red Hot Chili Peppers.
I don't know that song, but okay.
Oh, yeah, you do. I don't want to
Sing
hum
it
it.
for me.
I can't because then you can get demonetized.
Oh my gosh.
You know the song if you heard it. It's the best Red Hot Chili Peppers song. He wrote it about him being on heroin and sort of, he was under the bridge, and great song.
Okay.
She covered it. It's really bad. Very bad song. I'm going to show you the cover after this. And I want everyone else to go into YouTube and type in bermudaisbae Under the Bridge, because it's fucking terrible. But what I like the most is that she put up, like, the description of it was like, some old guy wrote this and I don't care anymore. Is it recording still?
Yeah, but it's the battery's back up, but like, whatever, keep going.
Yeah, whatever. So anyways, bermudaisbae covered the Red Hot Chili Peppers Under the Bridge and wrote like, some old guy covered this song. I don't know. Whatever, sort of. And people were so mad about it because they were so upset because first off, the cover's terrible. And second off, that she just like blatantly disrespected the whole concept of the song and missed the whole point. But that's what she was trying to do. Like that's the whole point of her persona, is to piss people off. In fact, they even made her a Trump supporter just to piss people on social media off. And the stupidest thing, though, is that even though she's not existing, like none of it's real, is people actually got mad about it. And I'm like, that's the whole point. That's why they made her. To get,
so it's
to
just
get people
it's
mad.
just a big it's just satire.
Exactly.
But people
and some people are
but
just
it's like
missing the yep.
whoosh
Just missing
over
the
people's
point.
heads.
So
That sounds super interesting. I'm definitely gonna look at this after we're done here.
anyways, to get to the sex part of it all, it got me really thinking that I have a VR headset.
Mm-hmm.
You see where I'm going with this?
I do already, yeah.
We were talking about, me and some coworkers, we were talking about like when we get to the point where we get older, like how if you get to a certain age, you just want to go. You just want to fucking like, just don't even, like what's the point of living at that point? You get to a point in your life where you get to the age and it's just like, is this even worth living anymore? I don't know. But I was on the side of like, dude, when we're that old, I'm in VR, baby. I'm not even here. Put my conscience in a computer, right? I'm gone. I'm just in the computer world.
You think we're going to live longer than people do now when we're older?
Yeah, through VR. And that brings me
that's
to my
not really
last
what I
point.
meant. But okay, go ahead.
Sex in VR, Daniel.
Yeah.
Yeah?
What about it?
That's what.
Do you think it's going to be like Ready Player One, where you can like you put on like the thing, and you can feel like the touch?
Yeah, I think so. I think about it now, like God, 15 years ago, no one had any cell phones, or like, I mean, they had cell phones, but it's not as commonplace as it is now. 15 years from now, what will it be like? What will VR be like? What will any of this, like social media, sort of look like? It'll be even deeper than we can imagine.
It'll be like that Black Mirror episode where you gotta. Social media controls the world.
I don't watch Black Mirror.
Oh my God.
We gotta. What is this? What kind of show we running here?
Answer that call, buddy.
Brandon,
The old ball and chain.
our best boy's phone just went off. Oh,
Busy checking out.
oh man.
Yeah. No. I mean, I definitely think. Okay. I definitely think it's gonna be a thing, but
What?
I don't know. Like me and Noah have talked about this. Noah's one of our other buddies. We've talked about that a lot. Like, people are worried about like their kids playing video games now, but
Oh God,
like
dude.
VR. Can you imagine? I mean, it's fun,
Holy
right?
crap.
But like, well, I mean, you're first of all, you're not even supposed to play VR until you're like over the age of, I want to say like 12 or 13.
Yeah.
It might be a little bit younger than that, but because it's like supposed to have like bad effect on your.
Dude, I can imagine.
So, but
I get a headache
you know,
sometimes playing it.
it's just an escape from. I mean, it's kind of the same thing as video games, but it's much more. I think the issue that I have with it is that it really isolates you. At least right now it does. I mean, I guess eventually, like there might be these big MMOs, kind of like Ready Player One, where you're like meeting other people. It's just fantasy.
Yeah.
I don't like. Do I have an issue with that? I don't know. Like, it's hard to say. Like, it scares me a little bit just because.
Really?
Well, I don't. It's like.
Because nothing about that scares me. I wouldn't say
I'm
it scares
like
me.
scare. Maybe that's not the right word. It's just. I'm gonna sound like a boomer when I say this, but
Say it.
it's like, I mean, I think living in the real world is still like important. Like, I'm not saying that you can't have fun with that, but like,
Yeah.
if that's all you ever did,
Are you one of those people who are like, I don't text, I call?
no.
Oh, okay.
God, I'd much rather text. I hate calling. It just depends on who it is, but I mean, yeah, if somebody called me when they could have just texted me, like just a question, yeah, I might be upset at you. But like,
Yeah.
because I'm just, whatever. That's a whole other
Just
thing.
go.
My like, I'm not mad or like I'm not scared of like where it's gonna go. I'm just kind of like I'm just anxious about it. I guess worried. Just like,
Would you ever have sex in VR?
I mean, what do you mean? Like
You and your
just-
wife, you're distant, you live apart.
Oh sure.
You do it
Yeah,
then?
yeah. I don't see why not. I mean, if I was like, I could see it being an issue if I was like, like I've seen this thing where they've like modeled like porn stars into it, and you can
Yeah.
like,
Oh, yeah. We
I
had the
don't-
Discord up, and I remember that.
is it in Discord?
It was
Like,
in
just the
Discord,
thing?
yeah.
Oh yeah. So
Should
like if you were just like doing that all the time and you were in a relationship, like, I mean, I guess it just depends
It's
on
the
what
same
you
thing
and
as
your
like porn.
significant other.
It's the same thing as porn.
I mean, yeah, I guess I would agree, but it's still just.
It's the same thing. You do it.
Why is it so red? Can you? That's so red. You've been scratching the top of that.
Okay, Dean is showing his ass off again to us. You're distracting us, Dean. We're having
It's
a good
it's a
conversation
much
here.
more like.
It's the same as porn.
Sure. I mean, I'm
Factor
not.
of lust
I
is
don't
still
really.
there, same as porn, same as porn.
But I mean, is it like a? Whatever. We don't have to get into
Anything
that right
is
now.
closer- it's
worse. But yeah, if
Dean,
you were like
can't
long
talk
distance
on a podcast.
and
Thanks
and,
for letting us use your basement.
and you and your wife could like do it that way, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, how is that different from like Skyping and just like?
Do you think? I don't know. There's a lot of school of thoughts there, and I don't want to get into it because it's kind of one of those things where now I feel like I'm on the older side of the generation, where it's like nothing, like I won't read off my iPad or Kindle. I want to read a real fucking book. Like I don't
feel
want
that way.
to. I don't want to use a dating app because you should just go meet people at a.
I think it's probably better, but you also like as part of that Nakey Jakey video where he just talks about it's you meet people that you never would have before, but also I think that's an upside, but then the downside is that there's like an element of FOMO, like you're like I gotta swipe on more girls because maybe there's a better one out there for me,
Yeah.
So I don't like that, and I that kind of thing stresses me out.
That's what's scary.
But-
is that like it's almost if you could build like the perfect sort of like
Do you think like
person to
we
have
would
sex
have a
with.
better culture if like prostitution was legal, or like you could have sex robots? Let's just say. Do you?
I think okay.
I feel like we'd have less like neckbeard,
Mm.
like nice guys.
they'd be further in the room.
If you could just
Away
like
from
pay
people.
somebody to like just have an interaction with, I feel like that's the biggest issue with people like nice guys
There's
or
more
like white
attention.
knights or whatever whatever you want to call it. It's like they almost just don't know how to even interact with women.
Yeah,
And they
maybe.
feel like they gotta like put up this persona of like I'm good all the time, and I would
Yeah.
never treat you that way.
Yeah, I
And then you get in a relationship and you're like,
I don't know if that would just like solve that problem.
I don't
would
think it'd
honestly be on
solve
the
it,
side
but-
of like that would just further the problem there.
you think so?
Yeah, because deep down they know it's not real and they know it's not genuine, and I think they'd crave that sort of genuine feeling to it all.
Yeah,
But I don't know.
I guess so. I mean, I don't think it'll ever be the same as like, we're talking about two different things, but if we're just talking about like robots, for instance. Like,
Okay,
yeah,
well-
there's,
What would you do?
Huh?
If you had the option
What do you mean?
to have sex with a robot.
Or a person?
Yeah.
What are the options?
So, would you ever do it?
Not now.
You already know my answer.
I
My
mean,
answer
it's like
is I don't
it's
care.
like masturbating. I don't know. How is it?
There was a short circuit.
I mean, it's just like it's not a
Yeah.
real thing. It's just like
Were they
it's not like different than like a fleshlight or something, you know?
Yeah, Brandon brings up a good
It's
point.
just
If
like
the robot short circuited on you, man. Can you imagine?
Risk it for the biscuit.
Yeah. Do it all.
Whatever.
I just want you to admit things you would never admit on real life on this podcast. That's my
In real
goal.
life, I would have admitted that in real life.
Yeah, but I want you to on mic now.
Why?
I don't
That
know.
one thing? Okay, sure. Like
I was afraid all these boys are gonna bring their little personas out and try to be something else.
who
on this
me? You think I'm
podcast.
gonna like try?
No,
and,
I just think I don't know. I want to get to know the real you, Daniel. And I want everyone else to. And that's the goal
real
for this
me.
podcast.
Okay.
For 2020.
This is
I would
real me.
do it.
I'm not being fake right now.
This is easy question. I'd do it.
Yeah.
It wouldn't matter. Because it doesn't matter. But see, my answer is boring. You know what I mean? And Dean's running upstairs.
And mine's not. That's what you're trying to say.
No, I just think it's a yes or no question. And you kind of just did your own sort of thing.
Sure. All right.
So yes or no? You don't have your
You already
girlfriend?
I said probably, yeah.
Okay. Cool. The only thing that
I
I
don't
have an
know.
issue with is I
Yeah.
feel like if you could build a sort of perfect female or partner or whatever, then it wouldn't be worth it. Like if you could sort of have whatever you wanted,
I
then
mean,
it's not worth
no,
it.
yeah, it wouldn't.
Anything.
I don't think it'd be. It's not real because it's fabricated, right? So
yeah. That's kind of how I feel.
yeah.
So anyways, go
think
follow
it'd be
Bermuda's
boring.
Bay. That's what it all boils down to. Fake influencers ruling the world.
I don't want to be the humans at the end of well, it's not really the end. It's like halfway through. The humans in Wall-E.
Oh
Where it's
yeah.
just like in VR and you're just this huge guy.
That seems the
and
dopest.
I'm not eating this
Ooh,
because look at what's on it.
nice.
If it costs you nothing,
Oh,
is it worth
man.
anything?
I'll eat the.
Hey, that's
I'll
a
eat
good
the
school of
crust.
thought. And Dean
That smells
has
real good.
just brought us pizza
The
from
crust-
Pizza Hut, nonetheless. And there's
Is it warm?
pepperoni and black
Ooh,
olives.
it's real warm.
God, it smells so good. Oh, thanks, Dean. Thanks for letting us use your basement. And I think that's how we're gonna wrap things up here. I say an hour's pretty good.
Yeah,
Don't listen any
this looks
longer.
delicious. I mean, unless you want to turn this into ASMR towards the end, and just kind of
Wait, hold on.
what's going on over here.
Is there cheese in this crust? Fuck yeah.
And garlic salt on the
Fuck
Is that
yeah.
garlic salt?
Hut favorite.
What kind of salt is on there that I want to put in my mouth?
Oh, he's feeding Brandon too. This is great. We got to get out of here, dude.
I'm about to chow
Any
down
final
on this.
thoughts? Mandalorian's
Mando
great.
was really good. Watch it.
Learn guitar. I'm going to teach
Maybe.
you. And then we're going to start this next.
I'm thinking maybe like in the next couple years.
we're
I'll
starting
learn
this
it.
next podcast with you playing guitar.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh my god. Okay.
You ready, dude?
What are you gonna give me one lesson and then I'm playing?
Yep. I bought you new strings today.
You did. That was very nice of you. You're a sweet guy.
All right, let's go. Bye, everyone. I'll see you in the show. I'm Jet. That's Daniel. We'll see you
We're
next
done.
time.
It's
Bye.
over.
I love you. Bye.